Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Talk Daily. Hopefully you have a great day wherever you are in the world. And today we're going to be talking about New York. How you doing, New York? And we're going to talk about a taxi cab in New York. And this startup company, it's called Gravity, as in like Isaac Newton Gravity. It's basically a startup company. And this article is from Motor Trend. It's written by Monica Gunderman. And I have a link to this article in the description below. So what's the long story? Long story making it short is the Tesla Model Y is going to be joining a fleet of a bunch of basically high-end cars, the Mustang Mach-E, in this startup company attempt to have a bunch of electric cars in New York City. So let me tell you something about it. So when you read this whole story, it's cute, right? Saying, oh my God, you know, it's great. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, electric cars. So this company, Gravity, is a startup company. They basically had a couple of stuff inside the car. You can see there's a touchpad. You can do like, I don't know, you can select your music and climate control, and you can see there's like a nice little divider. It's pretty. It's a nice concept. The Model Y is beautiful. I mean, I don't know if you can see the panoramic view on the top. You can see all the glass on top of you. It's nice, but this is New York. I mean, I've been to New York. I don't know if you have the chance to go to New York. There's a hustle and bustle, man. Hustle and bustle. Hustle and bustle. So all this luxury is cute, but it probably comes at a price. And if you've ever been in a taxi in New York, it's bumper to bumper, man. It's bumper to bumper. You are... it's busy, man. It's busy. It depends on what side in New York, but it's busy up there. Moving along, saying with advantage safety system and view-friendly panoramic view, we're talking about a Model Y. Tesla Model Y is certainly no slouch when it comes to New York City yellow taxi. However, Gravity wanting to make the quality cab even more of a first-class experience. They added some goodies. That's what I'm talking about. The 22-inch tablet, rear seat facing passenger, adjust climate control, play music, watch videos, take selfies. Again, it's cute, okay, it's cool, but we don't know the price of all this. And so moving along, the taxi driver who pilot, okay, this is the part that I find it to be funny, because before we talk about the charging, because, you know, we understand there's always going to be issues with the charging. I love this. It says, taxi drivers who pilot Gravity and all EV taxi fleet are monitored by driver-facing AI technology. Now monitors the driver distractions and foreign language usage, I would say, and driving behaviors. Dude, it's New York. You're going to be cutting people off. You're going to be flipping people off. You're going to be honking. The AI be like, please do maintain a civilized manner while driving. I don't know. I think that's retarded. It's in New York, bro. It's literally the only place in the world where they're going to be like, hey, get out of here. If you ever get a chance to drive in New York, man, I mean... I don't know how that AI is going to start telling me what to do. So good luck. Ensuring a safe experience for drivers. I hate those words. You know, you can tell us like a PR. That's so BS. God, that's the reason I did this whole little article, because of the statement. Taxi drivers who pilot Gravity, all EV taxi fleet, are monitored by driver-facing AI technology that monitors driver distractions and driver behaviors, ensuring a safe experience for drivers, passenger, and others on the road. Look at that complete BS. Sir, while I'm driving the bloody vehicle, sir, get out of my way, sir, I'm trying to make a left over here, sir. It's going to be all that stuff going on, man. Every guy talking to his friend in some different language. Every guy talking... They all know what they're doing. Just let them drive. That's what we need a human for. This is literally the epitome of a human brain. It's literally designed for this environment. A taxi cab driver. And it's literally people cutting you off. The passenger, I want to go over here. It's hustle and bustle, man. I hate that statement. So I don't know who wants to work for them. I have no idea. I mean, if you just want to sit there with your blinker and waiting for the guy to give you space, ain't no one going to give you space. Yeah, if you're driving in the middle of Manhattan, dude, what are you talking about? This is like, I find it to be almost literally a joke. If you didn't know, a fun fact, a lot of police also have taxi cabs. That's really cool about it. Something got pulled over by a taxi cab. You're like, what, a taxi? And two officers come out and you're like, uh-oh. So, yeah, but anyways, that's a little side note, but... and then, oh, look, like Dara goes, yes. He goes, a little creepy, yes. A little reassuring, too. No, it's not reassuring. No, it's not. It's straight up creepy. If I read that statement to you one more time, you'll be like, a taxi driver by the gravity-only driver fleet are monitored by driver-facing AI technology that monitors driver distraction and driving behaviors. Ensuring a safe experience for driver, passenger, and others on the road. It's like when you're on a roller coaster, say, please put your hands inside the roller coaster at all times. I'm like, I'm getting my hands outside the roller coaster. Okay, if the engineer who doesn't design a roller coaster did not figure out that I'm gonna put my hands out, and we're not some freakishly tall people, dude, there's like 4 meters of distance between my hands and the rail, so we should be fine. But it's just those things that, like, the safety labels are just retarded. And I'm pretty sure someone out there going to tell you, well, I lost my great grandpa because he put his hands outside and got hit by the roller coaster. Yeah, okay, cool. But yeah, I just find this to be creepy as hell. And I don't know, I guess they just paid money for Motor Trend to have this, like, basically advertisement. But because I put that a little reassuring too, it's not reassuring. There is a good chance everyone has a few crazy taxi driver stories. Oh my god, crazy taxi drivers. Oh, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Dude, New York taxi cab drivers are not to drive, man. They know how to drive, man. AI. Anyway. I'm pretty sure AI is going to get to that point. The only way AI is going to work in New York when everything else is AI. So everything kind of sync together. You know, the car knows, like, hey, I want to make a right. The other car goes, okay, I got you. I'll give you space. That's the only time AI is going to work. But one AI versus humans, we're going to play that chicken, you know, who's going to blink first. And I don't know. This is a case of its own. So I don't know. It's not AI driving a vehicle again. It's AI monitoring the driver. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're driving for this company and then you get you got boop, 1 point, boop, another point, or whatever system they use to monitor how many errors you've done. Dude, it's New York. So anyways, here's the cool part of this. What is the whole point? Why this whole company exists is because they have basically a charger the size of a suitcase and is able to charge those vehicles from any plug-in socket, apparently. So that is pretty much the technology. That's how this company basically became. All the blah 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 blah, buying cars, those are investing, dumping money. But the jewel of this company is the charger. So to charge its AV fleet, taxi fleet of Mustang Mach-E's and now Tesla Model Y's, Gravity has developed, there you go, that's the key word, a 360 kilowatt fast charger TFC C1 system that balances the power demand from each vehicle with other site uses, smartly and flexibly managing power to help smooth demand on the grid and lower the cost of EV charging. This is pretty much it. This is the purpose of the company. This is the thing that they have and they start a company from, which is very smart. The suitcase size charger is ideal for big city indoor parking garages and can be mounted on the floor, wall, ceiling. Gravity will install 24 of these new chargers at its Manhattan Plaza public charging hub, where it can be used by the public and Gravity EV yellow taxi fleet. 24 of them. 24. New York City, 24 chargers. I'm just giving you an idea. I think to me, New York City is it's rough, man. It's rough in New York. Gravity Tesla Model Y yellow taxi and Gravity prototype charging system can fittingly be seen on the New York Auto Show. The show goes could be theoretically hailed one of the latest three. Anyway, so I don't know, man. I mean, let me know what you guys think. I obviously, you can tell I'm kind of not a big fan of this whole, like, the poor people who are going to be operating this vehicle. You know, the AI monitoring you. Like, what? If the AI was monitoring the road, I'm good with you. Maybe it is too, but they're really making a point saying that they want those taxis not to be speaking any different languages, sir, and be maintaining quiet all the time. The passengers are listening. I think that's what they're really focusing on, in my opinion. They just don't want that environment. The smell will be a different story. I mean, New York has great smells, depending on what neighborhood you go to, but I guess they're just, maybe the car has some, I don't know. I don't know. I think they're trying to make a luxury brand. I have no idea. I just don't like that fact that the poor drivers are, you know, they're going to be monitored. But that's just my opinion. Yeah, if you like it, good. We don't know how this company is doing. I hope they do well. As I said, there's definitely demand for... I mean, I never seen any issues with New York Cap, to be honest with you. I really haven't. So I'm not sure what problem they're solving. It's just basically a different option. And as I said, this company is all about those chargers. I think this whole, let me show you. So it's basically about the EV infrastructure. and they're trying to do like a luxury AI. See, like it's pretty much like a private jet kind of environment. And then they have the taxis. Look, the guy's wearing a mask. And I definitely believe they're putting the money in EV infrastructure because it's been open. The United States is like, hey, here you go. We're going to do AV infrastructure. And all these startup companies are saying, okay, well, I have a solution for you. And that's pocket size, suitcase, TFCC1 system that balances power demand for each vehicle with other site uses. Anyway, so I think that's the purpose of that company. The cab and other things are just extras. If you look at EV infrastructure and let's do it this way, yeah? And here we go. EV infrastructure site. Yeah, cool. I don't need no. 9! I don't know what to bust it out of German. Experiences. I don't know what. See equipment. Yeah, I want to see your equipment. We design equipment. Okay. There you go. That's the little charger. Introducing a small charging unit with 260 watt capacity. Wow. There you go. That's the wall charger they're talking about. So that is pretty much the basis of their business, which I think is very clever, is very smart. So you have a ceiling mount, wall mount, equipment detail, liquid cool, CCS table, 500 amp, continuous. So again, these technologies are advancing constantly advancing. So the power cab and equipment feature modular and scalable 2.2 milliwatt with the 30 kilowatt power module, flexible switch matrix. Long story short, it's a company that's able to sell you this tech. Oh, that's pretty clever. It shows you how this works. It's kind of pretty interesting. Ooh, Porsche Taycan. Ooh, so this one gets charged, and then it does what? Ooh. So they're all like in sync with each other. Interesting. That's a very smart concept. Well, again, I think all the stuff would work once we all have these available. So we are the cusp of basically the future. So I don't know what to tell you what's going to happen in a couple of years from now. So all these smart people are coming up with a solution, like all these smart people working for this company coming up with all these ideas and how we're going to be able to live our life uninterrupted using an electric vehicle. And the answer is technology like this is going to basically provide us with instantaneous charging. It's going to be more efficient, lower cost, but there's a lot of money to be made in these companies. This is all the startup companies. Whoever's going to figure out how to charge vehicles very efficient and cheap, it's going to be a billionaire, and I think that's the objective of this company. Good luck to them, and if you're going to be working for them, again, I don't think, I'm just giving you my opinion, because I just totally understand how it is in New York. If you ever driven in New York, I totally understand that. So I to be monitored by some AI, and it's just not. I understand, like, having a face camera, even when you drive a cab, there's a camera facing you, I'm pretty sure, like, everything's being recorded, but the AI is kind of telling you, judging you is kind of creepy. But, I don't know. It's just my opinion. Anyway, let me know what you think. Again, as always, I know, I'm trying to think about this. The Model Y is pretty, honestly, really pretty car. But I'm trying to figure out, what is that little circle? It's like a hazard, like a light? Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Is that something specific? Let's click on it. What is that? What is that? This one has it too. Is that something like a New York thingy cap? What is that? Like a extra hazard light? Oh, look at that pretty lady. She's sitting like touching the screen. Yeah, like everybody looks pretty, right? 24 chargers, not enough. See, it has it over here too. I don't know what that is. Maybe that's like a hazard, like the lights up here, like I'm waiting. I have no idea. If you know, let us know. But again, New York is pretty. Certain areas of New York is gorgeous. Anyways, let me know what you think. As always, thank you for watching. And let me know what you think in the comments below if you think this is a great idea or not. And a wall charger, I'm interested in that. Because right now we still don't have a standardized solution to all this charging. We don't. Everybody has their own little charger and their own system. I guarantee you the federal government eventually is going to regulate the charging. Definitely going to regulate it. It's going to be regulated as far as like what kind of plug. Everything's going to have the same plug, just like how the socket you have in your house is going to have a standardized socket, 110 volt, whatever the shape of it is going to be standardized eventually. Right now we are in the experiment phase. So if you're studying electrical engineering, if you're an engineer, if you're involved in this in IT, this is the field to be in right now, because this is the hype of it. Whoever's going to come up with a solution is going to be cost effective, efficient, just like this company when they did the wall mounting. That looks very clever. And if can you imagine the federal government goes, yeah, I like this idea. I want, I don't know, millions of these. Made it. So best of luck to them. I hope they do well. And as always, thank you for watching. Thanks for keeping up with this video. It's been a long video. How long? Been 15 minutes. As always, thank you so much, and be safe out there. And thanks to everyone who subscribed. Always appreciated that. And take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.